One element of Attack of the Clones that was widely praised were its elaborate action sequences. Richard Roper, or as I call him, Not Siskel, said of the film, "It's a lot of fun and there's a lot of great action sequences." A lot of fun, great action sequences. You know, Not Siskel, it's stuff like this that makes it so apparent that you're not Siskel. Great action sequences are not great action sequences unless there's something great about them. Greatness is when something is a cut above the standard, when it surpasses everything around it by leaps and bounds. Attack of the Clones came out in 2002, the same year as The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and Spider-Man. Now, maybe you think both of those movies are masterpieces, or maybe you think they're both piles of crap, or maybe your opinion lies somewhere in between. But one thing that's evident is that the Attack of the Clones does not blow either of them out of the water in terms of action sequences. Another difference is that Spider-Man and The Lord of the Rings The Two Towers featured this little-known and increasingly obscure cinematic trick called acting. This is a trick whereby the actors in the film act as though they are experiencing human emotions in a crass attempt to make the audience identify with the characters. George Lucas is above such petty tricks. He uses actors as they are meant to be used, as vacant-eyed props who generate dialogue in order to facilitate changes in setting. Let us go here for some reason. Wow, it sure is pretty here. Now let us go here for a different reason. Ah, yes, this is a desert planet that was popular in previous installments of this franchise. Our research indicates that 68% of our target demographic enjoys this location. Now let us go here. There will be much action and violence at this location. Our tests have shown that among the 18 to 25-year-old male demographic, violence is quite popular. The point is that without acting, without emotion, without empathy, this action is useless. It doesn't matter how good it is. We have no regard for any of these characters because they haven't shown us even the faintest glimmer of humanity. Regardless, let's take a look at this action and see if there is anything worth praising. So ex-Queen and current Senator Amidala is going to the Senate to see what's what. Then, all of a sudden, she explodes. Okay, we all know this is just some bullshit fake Amidala because the real one goes on to take Anakin's dick and produce 2 kids who will later go on to star in a far more interesting trilogy of films.
I guess I was wrong. There was no danger at all.
So my questions are these. Number 1, why would her guard declare that there was no real danger? How could he know? Maybe danger was lurking around every corner, but just never struck because the opportune moment never presented itself. Imagine if you walked naked through a swamp filled with poisonous snakes, but you came out on the other side unbitten. Would you stupidly say, "I guess I was wrong, that wasn't dangerous at all"? If this man's job is to protect Amidala and his barometer of what is and isn't dangerous is retrospectively looking back on dangerous situations that he lived through and declaring that they weren't dangerous after all, then it's no wonder her body double is dead. Number 2, why would the person who planted the bomb wait until Amidala was unboarding her ship? I mean, she's on the ramp. She could have conceivably survived that explosion. If the ship had been in space when it exploded, she'd be dead for sure. 100% with no doubt. Is no one in all of the Star Wars universe competent? Later on, it's revealed that the man charged with assassinating her is Jango Fett. Yeah, like Boba Fett, only called Jango. Really, that's the only difference. He looks exactly the same. His next brilliant plan to kill Amidala is to get another assassin to send a droid to cut a hole in Amidala's window to let in some poisonous slugs. Let me say that again. A bounty hunter hires an assassin to use a droid to cut open a window and put poisonous slugs in Amidala's bedroom. Red Letter Media, who did a terrific review of this film for YouTube, already commented on a lot of the stupidity involved in this scene, and I won't retread his comments, but I do want to present you with a full and comprehensive list of the questions that this assassination plot left me with. Number 1. Why is Amidala sleeping next to a window when she knows assassins are trying to kill her? Number 2. Why doesn't Boba Fett kill her himself? He's obviously capable. Number 3. Even if he doesn't want to go kill Amidala personally for some reason, surely he can send a droid to do it just as easily as the assassin can. So why doesn't he do that? Number 4. When the droid opens her window, why doesn't it just shoot her? Number 5. Why not shoot a rocket into her room and blow her to smithereens before the Jedi even have a moment to react? The crazy thing is this. After Amidala is saved and the plot to kill her is thwarted, Obi-Wan does this shit.
Stay here.
First of all, wasn't Obi-Wan the one who said that it was only their job to protect Amidala, not to find out who was trying to assassinate her?
We're here to protect you, Senator, not to start an investigation.
We will find out who's trying to kill you, Padme. I promise you.
We will not exceed our mandate, my young Padawan learner.
This action is not consistent with his previously stated objectives. Also, why would this droid return after its mission was complete? If you want a droid to kill someone, it should immediately self-destruct afterward, not come back to you, potentially leading people back with it. That's something you think they would teach you in Assassinations 101. This is all followed by a big elaborate chase scene, which I can't really complain about too much, though I do want to know why Anakin can fall hundreds of feet through the air onto a fast-moving metal object and survive without any hint of injury. Did he use the Force to soften his landing? Did the midichlorians hop out and form a comfy little air pillow for him? I mean, I know that Jedi have some degree of superhuman endurance. We saw Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan jumping from heights of 20 or 30 feet in the last movie, but this is a huge drop, and Anakin lands as though it were a mere 5-foot leap. I'm not saying that Jedi can't do this, I'm only saying that in all of the 4 films made before this, we never got any indication that they could. So you understand my difficulty swallowing the existence of this ability. Here's the real kicker. The Jedi catch the assassin, and before she can divulge the information they need, Jango Fett shoots her with a toxic dart and flies away.
Tell us now! It was a bounty hunter who called!
Why don't they try to chase down Jango Fett? They went to absurd lengths to catch this no-name assassin, but they don't even make a move towards Jango. Also, while they were both running around like idiots chasing that assassin, why wasn't Jango Fett off killing Amidala? One of those toxic darts would probably work just as well on her, I'd imagine. Luckily, Obi-Wan does catch up to Jango later, and the two duke it out on a slippery platform over the surface of an endless ocean.
Oh, not good.
Really? You honestly didn't think about that? I thought a Jedi was mindful of his surroundings, with his mind focused on the present. All in all, this isn't a terrible fight. It doesn't reek of total choreography as badly as the Darth Maul fight in Episode 1, but it's not anything too thrilling either. Long story short, Jango gets away again and Obi-Wan starts chasing him via ship.
Seismic charges. Stand by.
Those seismic charges are actually pretty cool, but whatever happened to the difficulty of successfully navigating an asteroid field that C-3PO talked about in The Empire Strikes Back? Obi-Wan's not even supposed to be a very good pilot, yet he's not having any trouble with these asteroids. Obi-Wan follows Jango and his clone Boba to the planet of, I don't know, and there he is captured, which leads that disobedient little shit Anakin to once again defy the Council's orders and put Amidala in danger to go rescue Obi-Wan. Then this happens. This conveyor belt shit. Who is this for? Adults? No, it couldn't be. Children? Well, nothing else in this movie is for children. It's all dry conversations about politics and syrupy romance. Do kids dig that? Needless to say, Anakin and Amidala get captured too, and then the one funny line in the entire prequel Saba is spoken.
I was beginning to wonder if you'd got my message.
I retransmitted it just as you had requested, Master. Then we decided to come and rescue you.
Good job.
Oh, man, that is classic. Oh no! A menagerie of unconvincing special effects is going to eat us!
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I've got a bad feeling about this? Okay, that's something you say when everything seems okay, but you still have a gut sense that something bad is about to happen. You don't say it when you're chained up to a pillar and a pack of monsters is eyeing you with hungry eyes. You're supposed to have a bad feeling about that! This is what Gladiator would have looked like if Ridley Scott was a 10-year-old on speed and hallucinogens. Aww, Boba's dad is dead. That's okay. I'm sure he learned that the life of a bounty hunter is dangerous and not one that he should seek to emulate. Hey, I know this is really dark and probably inappropriate, but wouldn't it be funny if Jango's head plopped out of that helmet and his tongue was sticking out?
Sir, I have 5 Special Commando units awaiting your order, sir. To the forward command center, take me!
God, this looks like a cartoon!
I have to admit that without the clones, it would not have been a victory.
Yeah, because it's not like the clone army was obviously created for this day as part of an elaborate takeover scheme. Hey, kind of weird how throughout all of this obviously planned turmoil, the one person rising in power consistently is Chancellor Palpatine.
It is with great reluctance that I have agreed to this calling. I love democracy. I love the Republic. The power you give me, I will lay down when this crisis has abated.
Isn't that just an odd coincidence?